Alright, this is a personal body alarm I picked up at Academy, and it makes a loud noise. This is a blinker module, a LED light that blinks red with battery pack. This is a conduit body. It's a 1/2-inch conduit body. That's sealed. It's waterproof, you know. And these right here are for soundproof. You know, I can stick them down in there, keep it clean. This is a toggle switch. It's a waterproof toggle switch. It's got a little rubber and it's got little holes in it right here. And it's 2-prong, and a couple little connectors, and then this is for the clip on the line, and then this is to clip on the other side onto the toggle switch. Okay, so let's get started here. So let's cut this one open, and we'll get working on it. I guess first we've got to take the batteries out of it. That's kind of a big deal. Take the batteries out first. You don't want to get loud. Alright, I'm going to use a flathead here, and I'm just pry open the sides and get it open so I can get to the stuff on the inside, all the parts. You can see what it looks like here. So let's remove the pin, and now we're going to see this red wire here, and we're going to pull that up, and we're actually going to pull that little section out right there. That's the negative side of for the battery terminal, and we're going to cut it off. We don't need to discard it. Okay, now that we have it off, you can see there's the positive, and there's the negative. I know red is usually positive, but that's how it's going to be. So let's strip it out, and we'll use that later and solder it later. Dip it in just a little bit to, you know, make the solder go on a little easier. That's called flux. This will be our negative line right here. So take the conduit body, I'm going to take it apart. That way you can kind of see it. Not a lot of space in it, but you know how it goes. And this is the seal. And these are the caps. Just shove them in there to muffle the noise and keep it clean. Alright, so now that we have this part, let's test and see if it's going to fit. And as you see, it doesn't fit, so we're going to have to cut it. And I just trim off the side that seems easiest to trim off next to the speakers, and it fits right down in there. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to clip this on this little clip here. I'm sorry about the camera angle, but it's the best I could get in this position. So I'm going to solder this line. This is actually going to be the positive wire, and I'm going to solder it right onto that little tab. Now this is the negative wire, so I'm going to take this and just solder this right onto the end of that red wire we cut and stripped earlier, and that's what we're going to use to connect to the positive side, or to the toggle switch. I'm just going to fold it down, and I'm going to actually use a piece of shrink wrap and shrink wrap it on, just to, you know, keep it from touching anything. Alright, so let's work with the LED module. I'm going to open it up real quick. We gotta take off the battery pack, and we're gonna remove this switch because we don't need that switch there. Now I'm gonna just use the knife just to kind of get it propped open there, and so you can see all the components. And we'll take the little clippers, and we'll go ahead and just clip off each one of the posts here, the negative and the positive side. I think there's only two. And also, we're gonna go ahead and clip off that negative side of the battery terminal, and then we'll go ahead and bend it up just a little bit because we'll use that later. And go ahead and knock that out, knock the switch out. Save it for another project. I'm going to take this negative side of the terminal out. We're going to solder it to the line the negative side of the line directly. Toggle switch. Okay, it's pretty nice toggle switch. It got a rubber case on it, as you can see. That'll help keep water. So as you can see, it doesn't quite fit down inside of there. So we're gonna have to bend these terminals back. Just whichever direction, it doesn't matter. Just bend them to get them where you can get to them and get it in the box. We wanted to make sure you know which side you're going. That's what I'm doing right there. Okay, so that's back to the battery terminal and the LED module. We're gonna solder the ground wire right to that terminal. It was connected to the toggle switch that we discarded. Okay, now this is the positive side that's connected to our little personal alarm. We're gonna go right, excuse me, that is the negative side. We're gonna go right to that negative post there, as you can see, and then just close it back up. Okay, now we're gonna start tying wires together. This is the positive side of the switch. And this is the positive side connected to the battery panel. And you can see I'm putting end caps on both of them and crimping them down. You can solder them if you want to. There's one on either side. Seemed like it worked pretty good. Alright, now off to the conduit, the 1/2-inch conduit. Let's just shove this right down at the bottom and get it all together and just kind of get everything inside of it for right now. And of course the battery pack is going to hang out. Right here I'm measuring to see if where I'm going to put the hole. And you can see the 2 holes, one for the toggle switch, and one for the LED light. So we'll put the toggle switch in the back, put it in through the hole. You might have to finagle to get it down in there, but it went in pretty simple and pretty easy for me. Okay, so I'm gonna put the LED light and goes in this hole right here. Now here it is completed, and you can see I did a 1/4-inch hole on one side and did some shrink wrap to the battery pack. That way it looks nice. Alright, so this is the swivel. Goes on the toggle switch right here, and the piece that goes up. I'm actually utilizing the personal body alarm on this little clip right here through this hole that I drilled. And there you go. Now I'll go ahead and put this on the toggle switch, and we'll go ahead and tie them together. Now you probably recognize this knot from one of my videos. This is the knot, my go-to knot here. It's over the finger 3 times. Slide it off, a little bit of lube, and run it back through, pull it tight. It's the strongest knot I've ever had, and it's fast and simple. Just pull it tight and clip off the tag end with a pair of fingernail clippers. And do the same thing on the other side, on the clip. Alright, let's run a little test here. I'll let you look at it. There it goes. Yeah, that's pretty loud, even though the caps are on. Alright, here we go. Let's run the test. you see that little LED light blinking down there too. Oh yeah. And this is with the caps on. Mute it just a little bit. Alright guys, thank y'all for watching.